And even now blue is always here, and even now blue it shines so clear. I don't need a prayer or even words to say. No matter what I do, I'll never reach your can't. Colors of summer are stains on my heart, and rolling like down from my cheeks is the sound of love to start. The words I have for you are stuck, it just feels like a curse that I can't contain. Will the two of us meet again? I wish I told you back then. My hands will feel what to let us talk about, but this galaxy is all passing by me.
Hey guys, it's TDI Fan 2024, and in this video, I'll be talking about the movie
One love, one heart, one destiny.
So about 2 to 3 hours ago, well more than that actually, about 3 to 4 hours ago, I finally had the chance to watch the Bob Marley movie, One Love. I was actually interested to go to the theaters to check this out, but I just didn't have the time and I wasn't able to because now if you check, it's not in theaters anymore. But lucky for me, I had Paramount Plus, and the movie finally dropped on Paramount Plus, so I finally got the chance to see it. And in this video, I will be reviewing the film, my thoughts, and yeah, with that, let's just get on with it. So yeah, Bob Marley, One Love. It's another biopic based on one of the sensations of the century, if you know, to put it brief. Yeah, Bob Marley. If you haven't heard a single Bob Marley song, you definitely should, because this guy makes a lot of great music, a lot of fantastic music. Like, come on, One Love, Three Little Birds, Jamming, Exodus, you know, a lot of not same freaking songs that I can count. And there was a few songs that I barely listened to the first time from this movie, because there's a few songs I did not know from Bob Marley. And after listening to them in this movie, I'm like, oh, God, that's going to the playlist. So, you know, if you're a music guy like myself, then this movie would be a pretty good movie to watch. And this would be a pretty good introduction to Bob Marley for some people who haven't heard his music or aren't that well aware with his music. But as for the movie itself, for what it is, I will have to say that it's pretty decent. For biopics based on music artists, this movie is pretty well made. I have heard that from people who actually know the true story of what went down in this movie, that there's a lot of things from the movie that they got wrong. So I guess that's not really great. But overall, I'd say the movie was pretty good. The music was, of course, outstanding. The cinematography was pretty great. And the actors, the two main actors who played Bob Marley and his wife, those two really outshine in this film. And those two did a fantastic job, honestly. I saw a couple of films / TV shows that those two actors are in, and I will have to say that this film is probably where they are the best in when it comes to their acting, at least based on what I've seen. But yeah, overall, I'd say the acting was pretty great, especially from the two main actors. And yeah, this movie's just pretty good overall. Although I will have to admit, there were a few times where I would check how much time I had left, so there was a few moments that did take me out of the film. So I won't say it's perfect. I mean, honestly, when it comes to biopics based on music artists, I'd say my top favorite film based on that genre would still be Bohemian Rhapsody, which released in 2018. I actually went to the theater to see that film, and I'm glad I did, because that movie was actually really good and probably the best music biopic that I've seen so far. I haven't seen the Elvis one that dropped in 2022, but I know people say that one was great. My older siblings and my parents saw that film and they said it was great. I haven't seen it yet. Don't know if I will. Is it worth watching? Let me know in the comments if you guys have seen that film. But yeah, back to Bob Marley. This movie's pretty great. I'm glad I got the chance to see it. And when it comes to films I've seen this year in general, I'd say I even prefer this film over some of the blockbusters that just dropped in theaters, like Ghostbusters Frozen Empire and Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire. That's weird how both films that dropped just a week apart from each other both have the word empire in the film. So some people might get mixed up when they try to see those films, but it is what it is. I blame the people who came up with the titles. But yeah, the Bob Marley movie, if I had to rate out of 10, I'd say this movie gets like an 8 out of 10. It's pretty decent. It's not perfect. The movie is like, there's a few moments that kind of feel like it was like fast paced. So I would say the pacing in this film is not the best, and it kind of drags the film. But other than that, I'd say this movie is pretty good. If you're a Bob Marley fan, watch the film. If you're just a music fan in general, I'd say watch the film. It's honestly worth the watch. And yeah, with that said, if you guys have seen the Bob Marley movie, what are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comments. And I will actually be going to watch the Spy Family movie this weekend. So stay tuned for when I make a review on that film. Anyways, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.